Hi, welcome everyone to our Love in Action. I'm going to let you know that Katie is not going to be with us this morning. She's totally fine, but she's been having, as some of you might know who've been coming every week, she's been having construction, and today it's exploding outside her house. So it's very loud, and we decided that it would probably be a little bit better to have someone else lead this morning. So I have the great pleasure of inviting Nicole Taylor, who 10 minutes ago I asked her, hey, are you willing to lead this morning? And she said yes. And one of the things I love about Nicole, and how I know Nicole, is that we're both faculty members of the Restoring Resourcefulness programs of the foundation. And this is what I love about resourcefulness, is to be able to say, hey, can you do this thing? And boom. And so I really appreciate all the tools I know that have helped me to be able to do that. And I'm going to just turn the call over to Nicole and let her lead us through this beautiful love scooping and loop of awareness practice that we do on Monday mornings. So Nicole.
Awesome, thank you. I just want to look around at everyone, and I feel like I can feel you, let you feel me, since some of you are new to me, some of you I have known for some time. I'm going to switch over to page 2 so I can connect with those folks as well. Wonderful. So why don't we start off with just breathing together? I could use a little bit of breath right now. And so if you are seated, I want to invite you to come to making sure you're seated on your sits bones. And slowly, as you inhale, allow the front of the body to open as the sits bones roll back. And as you exhale, let the back of the body open as the sits bones roll forward. If you're standing, let that happen with your arms, so that as you inhale, you're kind of opening yourself up to the world. And as you exhale, you're gathering that pool of love that's all around you toward yourself. Good. Inhale, opening. That feels good to me too. And wherever that feels good, let it stay. So I think I was a little bit hunched over, so that opposite energy just felt really delicious. Let that happen for you. And then start to add whatever movements feel good for your body, so that you can bathe yourself in your own loving attention. If the pulsing open and closed feels like that meets what you need, then keep that going for yourself. And if some other movement feels like that meets your desire to be present with your body in your experience, then let that come. And allow yourself to keep the breath. Yeah, good. As I think about today and beginning to start a new week, I really think about something that I heard Katie say once, which really stuck with me, about being able to give from your overflow. And love is an infinite resource, but if we don't fill our cup with that, then we don't even know if we have any overflow. So bring your attention to the crown of your head and just scan down your body, noticing where are those places where you already feel yourself, and where are those places that are like, hey, me, say hi to me, give me some movement, give me some loving touch, give me some breath, yeah. And let that attention that you're bringing be easy. Maybe it's coming down to your shoulders, down your arms, out to your fingertips. Yeah. Bring that energy and that attention down your chest, your back, your bottom, your pelvis, your legs, calves, feet. Hello, toesies. Good. Nice. Bringing in some fear melters. So part of what we're doing here is we're moving from fear to here. And I have found that just doing the fear melters for a little bit every day really supports that. So go ahead and see what part of you wants to wiggle. Let wiggle come through. Maybe the hands, maybe the face. Ooh. Yeah. Jaw. Good. Seeing some side to side with the body here. Some sway wiggle, some staccato wiggle. Good. Yeah, let that come all the way down. Where are those places where you just want to feel that wiggle come all the way through from the top to the bottom? Good. Yeah, wonderful. Nice. And now where might ooze come in? So some of you were already kind of doing a wiggle ooze mix. I like that. I want to make that bigger. Wonderful. I see you, Darlene. Where can you bring the ooze in? And allow your breath. Wonderful. Good. And how can you bring in some sumo here? Ooh. Yeah. And maybe bring in sound. So although I love the physical sumo, sometimes bringing in sumo through your voice can be helpful too. So let yourself bring in some low tones, perhaps. Good. Yes. Wonderful. And bringing in some love scoops. Knowing that the air that we move through is not empty. It is filled with, even in the news recently, it's filled with all of these different particles that we don't necessarily think about. It's filled with energy, filled with love. And so how can you allow yourself to bring that love to the part of you that's most wanting it? I noticed with some of the things that have been in the news over the weekend, I noticed I had this kind of like turning away from. And so even as I do that, I feel a tension in my neck. See what you may have been turning away from, and can you bring love to those places that tense up? So I'm going to bring some love scoops to my neck, and with breath, which creates a willingness in me to turn toward. I want to invite you to try that in you. What part of your body is armoring, and how can your loving attention allow that armor to soften so that what's left is presencing? Good. How can your breath and your attention allow whatever emotion is present to be so? Yes, that emotion is here and I am here. Yeah. Wonderful. And again, turning attention to those places where, even with your presence, those places are still like, hey, me too. So I notice the soles of my feet. I can feel all streaming energy from the crown of the head down to about my ankles. And then there's not as much energy there. So I'm going to wiggle the soles of my feet. I invite you to bring your attention to those places too. Good. And now, since this is love in action, hopefully you feel your loving attention through your whole being, through your whole body. Are you willing to open that love into a wider circle? allowing this love to flow deeper from you into your friends, whoever you consider your family, your community. Turn your awareness toward that larger sphere of people that are in your life, that larger sphere of the web of life, and let this love that you're scooping toward you, allow that scoop to also move toward that web of life, whoever is in the web that you're aware of, and maybe the web beyond what you know of. Yeah. And play with keeping yourself in that loop. So a scoop of love for you and a scoop of love for that web of life. Ooh, I like that. That feels really good to me. Scoop of love for me and scoop of love for my community. Yeah, try on using different hands. Scoop of love to my belly. Scoop of love to all your bellies so we can digest our experiences. Yeah. Scoop of love to the place where sometimes anger hangs out in me. Ooh. Scoop of love to places in you where anger may hang out. Yeah. Scoop of love to the places in my body where I hold or feel my sense of sad. And scoop of love to the community where the community may be feeling sad. Good. Scoop some love again toward the belly. So that sense of presencing fear. Good. And scoop of love out to anyone in the community who may be feeling fear. Nice. And any other being or place where beings live that you'd like to scoop some love to, scoop some love there. So that includes nature. Looking over to the side, I have an acre of woods right next to me. I'm going to scoop some love toward those woods so that the deer there, the trees there, soil there can be filled with love as well. Yeah, let that love extend to the animal world. Yeah. And how does that come through for you? Maybe it's a sprinkle. For me, it's very flowy, but for you, it might be a sprinkle. It might be a wand tap. Make that movement your own for how that love is being sent and flowing through. Wonderful. Good. Coming in for a landing and completing with whatever gesture would feel like that amplifies the love we just played with for the last 15 minutes. That feels good to me. Yes, thank you. Thank you, each of you, for playing, and I'll hand it back over to Michelle.